the Myanmar insurgency, and of course with regards to what's really happening in Syria. That's our international coverage focus. Big development that took place this Friday after the fall of Assad government. All this and much more on this edition of This is the Exclusive. But up first, let's take you through the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Big relief for actor Allu Arjun. Telangana High Court grants interim bail to actor. Karnataka High Court grants bail to Darshan and his partner Pavitra Gowda in Renuka Swami murder case.
एक पार्टी विशेष द्वारा संविधान निर्माण के कार्य को हाईजैक और एप्रोप्रिएट करने की कोशिश हमेशा से की गई है.
Rajnath Singh launches a direct attack on Congress over insults to Constitution, attempts to hijack it. Arakan Army insurgents head close to Bangladesh border. All boat operations suspended by Bangladesh Border Security Force. Visuals now coming in from a Syrian town of Idlib. People take to streets in large numbers, celebrate Assad's fall. Actor Mohan Babu's anticipatory bail plea petition dismissed in journalist assault case. To a surprise for many, superstar Allu Arjun's arrest has raised several questions about the high-handedness about the police in the state of Telangana. The actor essentially was taken into custody by the Telangana police because the police believes that he should be held responsible for the stampede that was caused during the premiere of his film Pushpa 2. In fact, today, Telangana High Court observed that one cannot take away the right to liberty just because he is an actor. Taken into custody by the Telangana police this morning, actor Allu Arjun has now been released, granted interim bail. In fact, there are images now coming in from the jail in Hyderabad, where we are going to go to in a short while from now. But first, take a look at all that has happened through the day.
South superstar Allu Arjun was arrested earlier today. The actor was taken into custody in connection with the stampede that took place at a premiere of his latest release, Pushpa 2. A massive crowd turned up at the premiere at Hyderabad Sandhya Theatre, leading to a stampede which claimed the life of a 34-year-old woman while leaving her son seriously injured. The gate at the theatre collapsed under the weight of the crowd, resulting in a stampede as people ran helter-skelter. Exclusive visuals with Republic showed the actor being arrested from his residence. He was driven to the Chikkadapalli police station and thereafter to a hospital for medical examination.
संध्या थिएटर के जो मालिक है उन्होंने एक लेटर अभी इशू किया. संध्या थिएटर के मालिक का ये कहना है कि हमने अल्लू अर्जुन और हीरो हीरोइन डायरेक्टर सभी लोग आने वाले हैं, ऐसे हैदराबाद सीपी कमिश्नर को ऑलरेडी लेटर दे चुके थे. इंटीमेशन दे दिया गया था. इंटीमेशन देने के बाद में अगर पुलिस फोर्स व्यवस्था के लिए नहीं आती है तो किसकी गलती है? मैं आज मुख्यमंत्री रेवंत रेड्डी से पूछना चाहता हूं.
Another exclusive visual showed the actor undergoing a medical at the hospital. According to sources, the actor sought an urgent hearing on the plea seeking cancellation of the FIR filed against him in connection with the stampede. The actor was produced before a district court which remanded him to 14 days judicial custody. However, in a curious turn of events, the victim's husband, who filed the complaint, said he was ready to withdraw the FIR in the stampede incident, adding that the actor had nothing to do with it. Moments after, Allu Arjun was granted interim bail. Meanwhile, the BRS came down heavily on the Revanth Reddy government over the actor's arrest, saying it was uncalled for. In a post on his X handle, BRS working president K.T. Rama Rao said it wasn't right to treat a national award-winning actor like a common criminal. Meanwhile, visuals showed actor Chiranjeevi arriving at Allu Arjun's residence after his arrest. As a full-blown political scuffle breaks out over the actor's arrest, is the government running away from accountability for glaring security lapses?
Well, in fact, this has led to a major political face-off in the state of Telangana, and also the industry now coming down heavily on the Telangana government. Avantika, first I want to come to you with regards to what many are now calling this high-handedness of the police. How exactly can the actor be held responsible for a stampede that was occurred because of certain preparations that were not undertaken? That's the first response that many have thrown up.
See, it is common sense. When something like this happens, it's very easy to, blame the actor for it. It is so obvious that an actor who is so popular with this stature, his movement is obviously noticed by everybody. And everybody would know that, Allu Arjun is moving from his house to a certain destination. And something like this, a premiere of a film, now he's on bail. But in the afternoon, when I got to know that he was arrested, I was shocked, because how is it possible that the authorities would not know that he's going to come to this theater? And it is highly impossible that the team must have not informed the authorities that such an event is going to happen. And if those people have not taken action, then how is the actor responsible for it?
Avantika, while questions are now being raised about whether at all this was an attempt that was made by the government to make a point, as the BRS has also been pointing out that this is largely the Congress's duplicity on various issues. First, let me also quickly go across to my colleague Aneri, who's joining us from outside the jail in Hyderabad, where in a short while from now we're given to understand that the actor is going to be released. The final procedure is basically underway. I'm not sure if Aneri is joining us right now, getting us the latest details of what's really happened. Now, a bizarre turn of events are really taking place. Rachna, with regards to what's really happening currently in Telangana, the Chief Minister says that the government has absolutely no role to play.
I mean, for once, I would like to state that everything cannot be made political. I mean, there are a lot of political issues in the state of Telangana, really had issues. But in this case, I believe the police have followed the due process of the law. I mean, the department, and especially the Home Department, cannot be blamed for every single issue. Because here, the actor, and it was not just the fact that Allu Arjun was targeted. Everyone who was involved, along with the Sandhya Theatre proprietors, his Allu Arjun's group of security people, etc. Everyone has been an FIR under 105 and 118 was filed. 105 and 118 relate to culpable homicide not amounting to murder, and 118 relates to, especially the second prong, relates to grievous hurt. Here we need to remember that the life of a young woman is lost. Her son is critically injured. I am not aware of the state he's in right now, and the family has been shattered. I'm not stating that somebody has to take responsibility, but the fact that 105 and 118 are non-bailable offenses, where if punished, it could be 5 to 10 years or life imprisonment. Everybody who is arrested under 105 and 118 is remanded. There is no absolute need for any kind of notice, any kind of information, nothing, because the law does not prescribe that for non-bailable offences. It's only in case of bailable offences where it's less than 3 years, etc., where the law prescribes notice, not in case of non-bailable offences. So was it the right thing to do or wrong thing to do? I'm not stating on that. The legal process, the Home Department, the police cannot be made villains every single time. It's not fair. They have followed the due process of the law and every single one was arrested. So the fact that the actor has gotten interim bail and he's being released, I'm sure is great news for his fans. But targeting the law enforcement, targeting the Home Department every single time, and because you want to make it political, is unfair.
Rachna, the fact of the matter is this, that in a case like this where security was sought for, as I understand what the BRS is also claiming, Karthik Reddy, who is joining us on this broadcast. Karthik, the claim that the BRS has made is this, that security had been sought for, adequate time was given to the police to make necessary arrangements. So why exactly is the actor held responsible?
Hello, Shravan. Firstly, let me respectfully disagree with my good friend Rachna. If anybody has to be culpable in this whole matter, it has to be the government of Telangana, especially the police department. As you just mentioned, there was a permission sought on 2nd of December, when the event was actually on the 5th of December. The unit of the movie has clearly mentioned that this actor would be coming for the premiere show for that theater. Please provide us with additional security, as we are expecting a huge crowd to be attending to that event. When the police is not able to give out additional security, when the police are not able to curb the stampede there at that event, who is culpable here, Shravan? If anybody is culpable today, it is the police department and the government of Telangana. You should also understand, Shravan, this is not just because it's an incident which has cascaded out of this stampede. You know what's the talk here in Hyderabad? 10 days back, when there was a Thanksgiving show given by Mr. Allu Arjun himself, the actor somehow forgot to mention or forgot the name of the Chief Minister of Telangana. And that is the reason why, and that is the only reason why the Chief Minister's ego was hurt, and he had to make a point, and that is the only reason why Bunny was put behind bars today. And one more thing, Shravan, you should understand, what a great fall Telangana had. A year back, Telangana was progressing at the rate of knots. And today, if I have to tell you, we are equally regressing at the same rate, at the same pace. It is such an embarrassment. It is never heard of when an accident occurs. It is an accident, mind you. Allu Arjun did not go throttle anybody. Allu Arjun did not go push anybody into the crowd. Allu Arjun was not responsible for the stampede. It was an accident, an unfortunate one at that. But can you blame the actor? Can you actually blame the actor when an incident as such occurred? Is this an only incident in the country, Shravan, as such? For a matter of fact, last month, when in the Chief Minister's own village, there was a elder gentleman who killed himself, mentioned the brothers and the Chief Minister's name, and no action was taken. And today, when a stampede occurred because of an accident, Allu Arjun had to go to behind jail. I don't know what the Chief Minister is up to. See, you should understand this. Allu Arjun is one of the biggest superstars from the South, especially one of the biggest superstars from Hyderabad. He's a proud Telugu. He's a proud Hyderabadi. If anything else, he should be celebrated, not incarcerated. And this is what Mr. Chief Minister Revanth Reddy should understand. You can't be embarrassing the state of Telangana day in and day out. The state of Telangana has turned itself into a reality show. People are laughing at us, laughing at the government right now. And this is, I'm absolutely lost for words.
You have a position here. You have a position that the BRS is now taking on, and the BJP, on the other hand, BJP says that, surprisingly, Rachna, I don't know whether your party has taken that position or not.
Yeah, Shalvan, please hear me out. I am a lawyer first. And I'm talking here completely legally. Here, okay. I agree with my dear friend Karthik.
Okay, I do understand.
Please hold on, Shalvan. Here, I agree with my dear friend Karthik that Telangana is a mess it is regressing completely. And I also agree with the fact that Allu Arjun is a global superstar. He is everything. All I'm stating here is the permission. I'm legally talking only as a senior counsel here. Here, the permission was sought. It may have been sought, but it was not granted.
Looks
Once
like there
the
are...
permission is
Rachna,
not
I'm sorry, I'll
granted,
have to
once-
interrupt you right now. Rachna, I'm sorry I have to interrupt you because I just want to quickly go across to the live visuals coming in from outside the Hyderabad Central Jail. There is some movement that's taking place as per the procedure. Perhaps it's going to take a little longer, but the fans have also all gathered there. There is a point that you're making, Rachna, with regards to the protocol that was largely followed by the police, and perhaps they should not be targeted every time an incident of this nature happens. But before I allow you to take it forward, let me just quickly get a ground report coming in from Aneri, who's joining us on this broadcast. Aneri, if you can hear me, how long perhaps will it take for the actor to step out of the central jail? Because I believe barely about a couple of hours that he was inside the jail. What's the procedure like? And just quickly take us through, if at all there are any fans that you could also speak to.
Well, that's right, Shravan. What we are seeing is that there is a huge crowd outside the Chanchalguda jail, that's the Hyderabad Central Prison. But as we are talking right now, the Allu Arjun Council have arrived here with, they have arrived here at the Chanchalguda jail with two sureties, and also they will be submitting the order copy of the Telangana High Court, which has granted interim bail to the actor Allu Arjun. So definitely a lot of developments which have been taking place. On one side, we see that the Nampally court had given 14 days of remand to actor Allu Arjun, but immediately within half an hour to 45 minutes of time, as there was a hearing which was going on at the Telangana High Court, and between that itself, Allu Arjun was shifted to the Chanchalguda jail as there was a 14 days remand which was given. And right now we see that the council, Allu Arjun's council have reached Chanchalguda jail, and they will be submitting the order copy and two sureties to the jail officer. And within around, we would be expecting that Allu Arjun will be walking out within 1 hour, one and a half hour is what we are expecting, that Allu Arjun would be walking out. So before that, we see that there is a huge crowd which is gathered, and just to make sure that everything is under control, heavy police deployment here outside the jail, and people are asked not to move out. But then despite all of that, we see that there is a huge crowd which has gathered here just to catch the glimpse of actor Allu Arjun, who has been brought to the Chanchalguda jail, and also at the same time now there is paperwork which is going on inside the jail. So in short while from now, actor Allu Arjun will be walking out from the jail.
I just request you to stay on with us, Aneri, because I'm told that there's some breaking news coming in. Have you heard, Aneri, anything from Allu Arjun's family members? Because a short while back, I'm told that the father-in-law has credited this to the fans of Allu Arjun, saying that he is going to be out only because of the prayers of thousands and thousands of fans of Allu Arjun who are now out on the streets.
Well, yes, there definitely thousands of fans are out on the streets outside the jail as well. Since morning, we have been seeing how at the police station as well, when Allu Arjun was brought there, there was a huge crowd which has gathered at the hospital as well. And also at the Nampally court, we had seen that how there was a crowd which had gathered there. And not only that, we are seeing that there is a huge crowd which is gathered here as well at the Chanchalguda jail. But yes, definitely a lot of developments which had taken place, where we also tried to speak to the father-in-law of Allu Arjun. Well, he also thanked the fans, and also at the same time what went on, because there were two hearings that were taking place, one at the Nampally court and one at the Telangana High Court as well. So based on that, now we see that the High Court has granted 4 weeks of interim bail to actor Allu Arjun. But what will be the next move by the legal team of Allu Arjun remains to be seen.
Well, thank you very much, Aneri. I'll just request you to stay on with us, because I'm told that there are more breaking news now coming in, and also we'll cut live the moment the actor steps out. But a quick response. Avantika, you've heard both Rachna as well as Karthik speaking on this entire issue. Some say that just because he's an actor, that's the reason why the bail was granted so easily. These are, again, speculations. Having said that, there is a protocol, as Rachna says, that has been followed by the police. And the fact that certain arrangements were not made by the organizers, knowing fully well that the actor would come, that would basically lead to a situation like this, also calls upon the actors' team members.
See, just like people are gathered outside the Chanchalguda jail, there are so many people, and there are police officials also. Here also, there are chances that another stampede could happen. But I'm sure it will not happen because there are enough police officials. In the same way, why would there not enough police officials at the theatre, Sandhya Theatre? If, like you said, that enough police men were there, but it was the fault at the organizers' end. It could be the fault of the police force also. It could be the fault of the organizer also. But how is it even sensible to hold Allu Arjun responsible for this?
Rachna, a quick response on that. How exactly can you say that the actor is really responsible for it? It could be his team members, it could be the organizers, but having said that, it is more to send across some sort of a message.
No, please. I mean, everything cannot be dramatic and theatrical. Here, 105 clearly gives joint and individual criminal responsibility. Here, there was criminal negligence. And when criminal negligence is involved, vicarious liability kicks in. It is the same situation where even if I'm the driver and I go and ram into someone, my owner would be responsible because I was driving his car when I'm in his employ. So the same vicarious liability would go right up to the top. Here is a situation where allegedly a permission was asked for, but no permission has been given. And even in the court, they weren't able to produce any permission given. Once the Hyderabad Police Act kicks in, when the permission for any kind of dharnas, and Karthik knows it well, any kind of dharnas by opposition, etc., dharnas, rasta rokos, any kind of public event where there are chances that there could be stampedes or violence, etc., the Hyderabad Police Act kicks in and there has to be a formal permission granted. Or otherwise, we approach the honorable courts for a formal permission. You can't just willy-nilly go and do the event yourself. Then the event itself becomes illegal because the permission has not been granted at all. So, yes. So here I'm not talking about the merits of the case. I'm only stating that the sections applicable, the process followed, the interim bail granted have all been in order and in tandem. Just because, just because so and so is a superstar or an actor cannot be taken for a lesser punishment or section under the law compared to any other civilian, because the law applies equally to everyone. Well, so the permission was not granted. Right. They had absolutely no right to bring in that kind of people and that many, the kind of stampede that happened. There was no bandobast. Once a permission is granted, Sharwan, there is police bandobast. They look into the perimeters. Right. Everything is planned. Here, none of us.
Can I just get a quick response also from Karthik, Rachna, because Karthik does not agree to, while you're saying that procedures have largely been followed. The question here is that can you really distinguish when it comes to a celebrity? A quick response, Karthik, because I'm going to play out the first response coming in from the father-in-law who's just spoken a short while back. A quick response, Karthik, and then over to the bite that's just come in.
Just give me 2 minutes, Shravan. As Rachna said, that there was no permission given for such an event. Why wasn't a preventive arrest made? Was the Hyderabad police blind and oblivious to the fact that thousands of people are congregating at a point and this program doesn't have permission? Doesn't the Hyderabad police have prior information that Allu Arjun would end up at that place and there might be a stampede and there might be loss of life? Why didn't the police do a preventive arrest that day itself? Because you see, I'll tell you what, I don't want to talk about technicalities, adding a section 105 to a stampede case itself is wrong enough. I'm not a lawyer like Rachna is. It's not my profession. But I do understand a little bit of it. I do understand that 105 gives certain culpability to all the people involved. But this is an accident. Let's assume that there are hundreds of stampedes which go across the country, mostly at religious places. Do you find the deity or do you find a god at those religious places culpable? I'm not comparing Allu Arjun to no god, but I'm telling you, this is an accident. You cannot find culpability in an accident. Right. Point number one. Point number two, Shravan, मैं चुप चुप के कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहता हूँ, सीधा सीधा एक बात बताना चाहता हूँ. इसमें कुछ टेक्निकलिटी नहीं है, इसमें कुछ लीगैलिटी नहीं है, इसमें कुछ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है, एग्जाम्पल सेटिंग नहीं है. बस ईगो मैच करना था. उनको गुस्सा था कि ये बंदा उसका नाम भूल गया, बस इसको उसको जगह बताना था, उसको बता दिया. इससे ज्यादा.
So you're making I wish the Congress party would have actually come in on the show, because we did send out that invite to the Congress party to respond to some of these charges that have been leveled. Is this some sort of an ego battle that is brewing? That's the allegation that's also been leveled by the BRS. But I also want my colleague Aneri to join me right now as we put out the breaking news coming in. The first response from Allu Arjun's father-in-law. Perhaps we'll have to translate that, Aneri, as he's spoken in Telugu.
This is only because of Allu Arjun ka fans ke wajah se और कोर्ट వచ్చింది. మన దగ్గర జ్యుడిషియల్ అనేది చాలా పకడ్బందీగా ఉంటుంది. న్యాయం అనేది 100% జరుగుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ అల్లు అర్జున్ యొక్క ప్రమేయం లేదు.
జ్యుడిషియల్ సిస్టమ్ అండ్ దేర్ ఇస్
సంతోషం. ఇది నిజంగా అందరికీ, ముఖ్యంగా అల్లు అర్జున్ ఫ్యాన్స్ యొక్క వారు దేవుని ప్రార్థించడం వల్ల వచ్చిందని నేను భావిస్తా.
Well, that's all that we could pack in this edition of This is Exclusive. We'll be back tomorrow on the Saturday edition of This is Exclusive. Remember, this is the big debate coming up with Arnab Goswami at 8 p.m.
आइस बोला था लाने को, लद्दाख चला गया. पूछा फोन पे इतना बिजी क्यों है, तो क्या बोला तू? हाँ, माउंटेन्स वर कॉलिंग.
डॉक्टर जहांगीर उस दिन सनसेट देखने छज्जे पे चढ़ा, टूट गया.
हाँ, तू किसने बोला घर की दीवार पे रॉक क्लाइंबिंग करने को?
सफीना बदतमीजी.
समझ गया. मेरे पास आप दोनों की प्रॉब्लम की मेडिसिन है. इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, और घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा.
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं. रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड.
You are the minister. You are having a power to raise your voice, to stand up and to just to bulldoze the opposition. What is this? What is this? What is this? अरे सुन लीजिए. No. Sir, please understand. Now this is not proper. Sir, now COVID is concerned.
सर, किसके चेहरे पे खलबली है और किसके चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट है, आप स्वयं
अरे सुन लीजिए ना. आप बहुत सुंदर दिखता है. सिंधिया जी, आप बहुत सुंदर दिखता है. ये नहीं है जो आप सुंदर आदमी है. आप सुंदर देखने ये नहीं है जो आप सुंदर आदमी है. आप भी विलेन भी हो सकता है. अरे समझ गया ना. सुनिए, ऐसे कोई नहीं है. आप सुंदर है देखने के लिए. आप ये बहुत बड़ा फैमिली सबको छोटा करेंगे. प्लीज अरे सब्जेक्ट में आ रहा है. क्या सोचता है आप? सुंदर है तो सब कुछ है. सिंधिया फैमिली का है तो राजा है क्या? हम लोग क्या है? आप लोग क्या सोचते हैं? आप डोंट डू इट. आप क्या सोचते हैं?
मैं ऑब्जेक्शन लेता हूं.
डोंट डू इट.
इनके कमेंट पे मैं ऑब्जेक्शन लेता हूं. इन्होंने व्यक्तिगत टिप्पणी की है. सर मेरा हक है जवाब देने का. सर, मेरा हक है जवाब देने का.
क्या बोल रहे हैं?
इन्होंने व्यक्तिगत टिप्पणी की है, मेरा हक है जवाब देने का. मैं इनको आपके द्वारा सूचित करना चाहता हूं सर कि मेरा नाम ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया है. मैं इस देश का प्रजातांत्रिक प्रणाली का नागरिक हूं. जो आज मैं हूं, जनता के आशीर्वाद और मैंने मेहनत और मेरी मशक्कत के आधार पे हूं. ये अगर मेरे परिवार पर कलंक लगाने की कोशिश करेंगे और बेफजूल बात इस सदन में करेंगे तो मुझसे भी बर्दाश्त नहीं किया जाएगा. कृपा करके सदन में सदन की प्रणाली की बात करें. उनकी बात हम सुनने के लिए तैयार हैं. अगर बेफजूल बात करेंगे तो कोई भी सुनने के लिए तैयार नहीं होगा.
एक मिनट. ऑनरेबल माननीय सदस्यगण, मैं माननीय एक मिनट प्लीज
माननीय सदस्यगण, मैं सबसे आग्रह करूंगा कि एक महत्वपूर्ण विधेयक पर चर्चा हो रही है। विधेयक पर अपन बोले पर्सनल एक दूसरे पर टिप्पणी टिप्पणी न करें, न बैठे बैठे करें, न खड़े होके करें। अपने विषय बोले।
I was not talking, I was about in the subject. He first attacked me personally. चेहरा में खुलबुल आ गया। तो चेहरा में क्या हो गया आपको?